The hum of the space station was constant, like the soft heartbeat of a living organism. Kai leaned over the alien machinery, his hands tracing the intricate curves of the device. Metal plates, etched with unknown symbols, clicked softly under his touch. The station's fluorescent lights reflected off the polished surfaces, casting small moving shadows that danced across the walls. To most people, this was just another relic from a failed exploration mission, another piece of abandoned technology taking up space. To Kai, it was a challenge, a puzzle waiting to be solved. Kai's fingers were quick, precise, almost like they knew the language of machines better than he did. He had always liked working with his hands, ever since he was a child assembling small gadgets in his father's workshop. There was something soothing about the process, the slight resistance of metal, the faint hiss of energy conduits, the subtle clicks when a part fit perfectly. Every piece of alien machinery he touched was like a silent story waiting to be read. Today the hangar felt different. Usually he was alone, except for the occasional engineer passing by. But today, he sensed a presence before he even looked up. Kai glanced over his shoulder and saw her. She was standing quietly near the entrance to the hangar, her hands clasped in front of her. Her hair was pulled back neatly, and her eyes, bright with curiosity, were fixed on him. There was a calmness about her that seemed almost deliberate, as if she had stepped out of a storm of activity just to watch him work. Kai blinked. "Can I help you?" he asked, pausing mid-motion. The woman tilted her head slightly, a small, polite smile on her lips. "I hope I'm not disturbing you," she said softly. "I've just been observing your work. It's fascinating." Kai raised an eyebrow. "Observing me?" he repeated. "I don't usually get an audience." She shook her head. "You probably don't, but I am interested in how humans interact with machinery, especially devices like these." Her gaze lingered on his hands. "May I photograph them?" Kai's brow furrowed. "Photograph my hands? Why?" Her smile widened slightly, though it remained calm. "For research. I study dexterity, how humans use their hands to solve problems." "Your hands are efficient, purposeful. I would like to record them in action." Kai felt a mixture of curiosity and amusement. It wasn't every day someone asked to photograph him while he worked. Still, there was something genuine in her tone, a seriousness that made it difficult to say no. He hesitated for a moment, then nodded. "All right, but don't get in my way." The woman nodded in acknowledgement and stepped closer, taking out a small, sleek camera that seemed designed for careful observation rather than flashy pictures. She crouched slightly to capture the angles without disturbing him, her movements quiet and deliberate. Kai returned his attention to the machinery. It was a device from a vessel discovered on the outer rim of the solar system. Long abandoned and covered in strange energy signatures, most engineers had avoided it, claiming it was too complex, too unpredictable. But Kai liked complexity. The more confusing the device, the more satisfying it was to figure it out as he worked. He noticed how the woman's camera followed his hands. Every slight movement, every twist of a screw, every adjustment of a panel was captured. He found himself unconsciously explaining his actions aloud. "The connectors here aren't standard. They're slightly asymmetrical, so I have to rotate them carefully before locking them in place. Otherwise, the circuit won't align." The woman nodded, even though she didn't need to. Her camera clicked softly as she documented his explanation. "Interesting," she murmured. "Humans seem to adapt to patterns naturally. Machines like this usually require very precise input. Yet you anticipated. You predict its behavior." Kai shrugged, his hands continuing their work. "I guess it's just experience. I've dealt with enough alien tech to know that forcing it usually makes it worse." Her eyes gleamed. "That's exactly what I mean. You don't force it. You communicate with it. That's very human." Kai glanced at her and smiled slightly. "I never thought of it that way." For a while they worked in silence again, the only sounds the hum of the station, the faint whirring of tools, and the soft clicks of the camera. Kai noticed something strange happening with the device. It had several panels, each inscribed with symbols that shifted subtly when exposed to energy. One panel resisted his usual method, and he paused, studying it carefully. "Here," he said slowly. "This one isn't responding the way I expected. Maybe it's sensitive to touch." He adjusted his grip, his fingers gliding along the surface with care. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, the panel shifted and aligned with the others, revealing a faint blue glow beneath. The woman gasped softly, almost inaudibly. "Yes, that's exactly what I needed to see. The subtle adjustments, the delicate pressure. Perfect," Kai chuckled. "Glad I could help your research." She smiled warmly. "It's more than research. It's a revelation. You're showing me something that no machine could replicate on its own intuition. Creativity. Human touch." Kai looked at his hands then, almost seeing them for the first time through her eyes. They were ordinary, calloused from years of work, nothing special at first glance. Yet in this moment, under the soft lights and her careful observation, they seemed remarkable. Each movement was precise, yet fluid, mechanical, yet artistic. An unspoken conversation with the alien device. "You make it sound like I'm some kind of genius," Kai said, shaking his head. "You are," she replied softly, her tone steady. "Perhaps not in the way people usually define genius, but in your ability to interact, adapt, and create solutions.
Yes.
You are extraordinary." Kai felt a warmth in his chest he hadn't expected. Compliments were rare in the station, especially about work that no one else even understood. He returned to the device with renewed focus, his fingers moving more confidently now,
Yes.
as if her words had unlocked a hidden rhythm in his movements. Minutes passed. The device emitted soft pulses of light and vibration, reacting to his every adjustment. The woman continued photographing his hands, each click of the camera capturing not just motion but intention, thought, and instinct. Finally, after what felt like hours but was only moments, Kai stepped back. The device lay open, fully aligned, its circuits glowing steadily. It hummed with energy, almost as if it were alive. He wiped his hands on his jumpsuit. Watching the blue light ripple across the surfaces, the woman lowered her camera, her eyes shining. "Remarkable," she whispered. "I've observed many species, many engineers, but humans. You're unique," Kai smiled, feeling a strange pride. "I just follow what feels right. That's all." She shook her head. "No, that's the human way. Feeling, adapting, creating. You've just shown me something I'll never forget." For the first time in a long while, Kai felt seen not just as an engineer, but as a human capable of doing something that machines and alien technology could never fully replicate. "Thank you," he said quietly, "for noticing that." She smiled and nodded. "I'll be back," she said softly, tucking the camera away. "There's much more I need to learn from you." Kai watched her leave, feeling a strange mixture of curiosity and excitement. He had faced many challenges in the station, repaired countless devices, and studied technologies older than most civilizations. Yet something about this encounter felt different. Someone had seen the beauty in his work, the poetry in his hands, and for the first time, Kai wondered, what else might humans like him be capable of, if someone took the time to notice? The hum of the station returned to its normal rhythm, but Kai's hands no longer moved automatically. Each adjustment, each turn of a screw, each delicate press of a panel now felt significant. He was not just repairing machines, he was communicating with them, teaching and learning at the same time, showing the quiet power of human ingenuity. And somewhere in the shadows of the hangar, she had captured every moment, every movement, every thought, every intention ready to show the universe just how remarkable human hands could be. The next morning, the hangar felt alive in a way it rarely did. Kai arrived early, as always, carrying his toolkit and a small datapad filled with sketches of alien machinery. The air smelled faintly of ozone and polished metal, a smell that always reminded him of creation, of problem solving, of bringing order to chaos. He was not expecting anyone. Yet a familiar presence made him pause as he stepped inside. Lyra was already there, quietly observing the device he had worked on yesterday. She crouched near the panels, her camera at the ready, though it remained off for now. She was examining the delicate blue glow that rippled through the circuits like a river of light. Kai cleared his throat. "Morning." "You're early?" Lyra looked up, smiling. "I wanted to see what changes overnight might bring," she said. "Even in machines, time matters. Small shifts happen. Patterns emerge." I nodded, understanding. "You mean like sleeping on a problem?" "Exactly," she said, her eyes glinting with interest. "You humans have a way of letting solutions grow in your minds, even when you're not consciously working on them. It's fascinating." Kai raised an eyebrow. "You really study humans, don't you?" "I do," she said simply. "And not just humans. But there is something remarkable about you. Something I haven't seen in other species I've observed." Kai chuckled. "I'm just an engineer. I fix machines." "That's hardly remarkable." Lyra shook her head. "It's not the fixing. It's the way you approach it. The patience. The curiosity. The small, deliberate adjustments. Your hands. They tell me more about human thinking than any verbal explanation could." Kai felt a strange warmth at her words. Usually, nobody cared about the details, the subtleties, the slow, careful movements that turned alien chaos into order. Yet here was someone who not only noticed, but understood. "All right," he said finally, rolling up his sleeves. "Since you're here, do you want to see something unusual?" Lyra's eyes brightened. "Of course." Kai led her to the device, kneeling beside it. He lifted a small panel and adjusted a tiny connector, watching it respond to the touch. "Yesterday, I noticed something strange," he said. "The panels don't just react to pressure or rotation. They seem to read intent." Lyra tilted her head. "Intent?" Kai nodded. "Yes. If I press in a certain way, with certain timing, the circuits align perfectly. If someone else tries it, they might do the same movement but fail. It's subtle, but it matters." Lyra crouched closer, carefully observing his hands. "Fascinating. You're saying that the device responds to your decisions as much as your movements?" Kai smiled. "Exactly. That's why it's so interesting. It's almost like it's alive, waiting for the right human touch to awaken it." The woman's camera clicked softly as she captured his demonstration, documenting every twist, every tap, every careful rotation. Kai continued explaining as he worked. "See this part? Most engineers would just force it in place. But I rotate it slowly, almost like I'm asking it nicely to fit. And it does. The patterns, they shift in response to understanding rather than strength." Lyra's voice was quiet, almost reverent. "Humans really are extraordinary. Not in power, not in speed, but in adaptation, intuition, and thought. Your hands. They don't just work, they communicate." Kai paused, considering her words. For years, he had seen himself as just another engineer on a crowded space station. But here was someone suggesting that his way of working might be unique, that it might matter in ways he had never imagined. "Let's test it," he said suddenly, excitement creeping into his tone. He adjusted a lever, then hesitated, studying the intricate patterns on the panels. "I want to see if I can unlock a function no one else has seen." Lyra's eyes widened. "Function?" Kai nodded. "Yes, there's a secondary system here, hidden beneath these layers. I think it reacts only when approached with patience and subtlety." He began his work, his fingers moving with quiet determination. Lyra watched silently, her camera capturing every angle. She noticed the way he paused before each movement, almost as if reading the machine's thoughts, sensing its needs. Hours passed. The hangar lights shifted as the station orbited its star, casting long golden beams across the floor. Outside, ships moved past the windows like tiny fireflies. Yet inside, Kai and Lyra were alone with the machine. Two observers in a world of technology, discovery, and quiet wonder. Finally, the device emitted a soft hum. Panels lifted slightly, revealing a small, transparent screen. Images flickered on its geometric shapes, glowing lines, and star maps of unknown regions. Kai leaned closer, amazed. The device wasn't just a machine. It was a recorder, a storyteller, a map of a universe humanity had yet to explore. Lyra gasped softly, almost inaudibly. Incredible. It's a record of civilizations, technology, and thought. And you. You unlocked it. Kai shook his head, a grin spreading across his face. I just followed the patterns, but yes. I think I opened something no one else has seen. She crouched beside him, lowering her camera. It's more than that. You've demonstrated something important. Humans have a natural ability to understand, adapt, and create solutions that even advanced machines cannot anticipate. Your hands. Your choices. They bridge gaps that technology alone cannot cross. Kai looked down at his hands, tracing the lines of his palms, the calluses and scars earned from years of work. Ordinary hands, he had thought. But now, through Lyra's eyes, they seemed significant, powerful in a quiet, subtle way. Do you really think humans are that special? He asked quietly. Lyra nodded, smiling. Yes, you may not realize it, but your species has an edge. Not through strength, not through numbers, not through speed. Through creativity, intuition, and the ability to adapt. You can read a problem, feel it, and solve it in ways that machines cannot. Kai felt a shiver of pride. It was a strange feeling to have his everyday work suddenly carry weight beyond the station, beyond the device, beyond even himself. He felt like a small part of something much larger, a species capable of reaching far beyond its limits. Then I guess we should see how far this goes, he said, his tone half challenge, half curiosity. I want to understand everything this machine can do, and maybe what humans can do with it. Lyra's eyes sparkled with excitement. I would like nothing more than to see that. Together they spent the rest of the day exploring the device. Kai discovered hidden compartments, subtle energy conduits, and mechanisms that responded only to the faintest pressure or most precise movement. Lyra documented everything, her camera moving quietly. Capturing the magic of human intuition in motion, by the time the station's artificial evening lights activated, the two of them had unlocked a complex map of the galaxy, revealing uncharted planets, mysterious energy fields, and hints of civilizations long vanished. Kai stepped back, exhausted but exhilarated. This is incredible, he said. I never imagined this device would hold so much information. Lyra smiled. It was waiting for you. Your hands, your mind. They were the key. Kai felt a new sense of purpose welling up inside him. He had always been a problem solver, a fixer, a repairman. But now he realized he could be something more. A discoverer, bridge between humanity and the mysteries of the universe. And as Lyra lowered her camera and reviewed the images she had captured, she felt a quiet certainty. Humans were extraordinary not because of power or technology, but because of their ability to think, adapt, and create. And Kai was proof of that extraordinary potential. The hum of the hangar was no longer just a background sound. It was a heartbeat, a rhythm that matched their own human ingenuity in motion. Kai looked at the device one last time that evening, running his fingers gently over its surfaces. Tomorrow, he said softly, almost to himself, we'll see what else it can show us. And maybe we'll learn more about what humans are really capable of. Lyra nodded. I'll be here, documenting, observing, learning, together. And in that quiet hangar, beneath the soft glow of alien circuits and the hum of life-staining machines, a new chapter of discovery began, one that would show the universe the subtle, undeniable power of human hands and human minds. The morning sun, artificial but golden, streamed through the hangar windows, catching dust motes and turning them into tiny stars that danced in the light. Kai arrived first, as usual, carrying his toolkit and a small folding stool.
The device
Lay on its platform, glowing faintly from the previous day's work. Its blue light pulsed softly, like a heartbeat, as though it had been waiting for him to return. He had spent the night thinking about it. It's the maps, the hidden compartments, the subtle responses. It was unlike anything he had encountered before. Something in the way it moved, reacted, and responded told him that there was more. Something deeper, something nobody had unlocked yet. Kai crouched beside the device and ran his fingers over its surface. Every panel, every lever, every etched symbol seemed to hum beneath his touch. He felt like a conductor preparing an orchestra. Each motion, no matter how small, could bring forth a response. Or leave silence. Your early a familiar voice said softly behind him. Kai looked up. Lyra stood at the edge of the hangar, camera slung over her shoulder. Her eyes were bright with anticipation. I wanted to be here from the start, she explained. I have a feeling today will be significant. Kai smiled faintly. I think so too. Yesterday we only scratched the surface. They worked in silence for a while. Kai adjusted small circuits, rotated tiny connectors, and applied pressure with a delicate rhythm. The device responded with a soft glow, a click, or a hum, almost as if it were communicating back to him. Lyra watched, noting every subtle motion, every pause, every adjustment. She could see patterns emerging, patterns that only a human mind and human hands could interpret. After several minutes, Kai paused and studied a panel in the center of the device. It had resisted every adjustment he had made so far, refusing to align or respond. This one, he muttered, is different. It's almost stubborn. Lyra tilted her head. Maybe it requires more than movement, she suggested. Maybe it's testing you, watching you. Kai chuckled softly. Machines don't watch, usually. But maybe this one does. He ran his fingers over the panel again, thinking. The device's responses were subtle small lights flickering in response to minute changes in pressure or rotation. He had to be careful, precise, and patient. One wrong move, and the alignment would reset. It was a challenge unlike any other he had faced. This is the real test, he said, his voice low. If I can get this panel to respond, I might discover what the device is really for. Lyra crouched beside him, her camera resting on the floor. I'll observe, she said, but I want to see how you solve it. No hints, no interference. Kai nodded. Deal. He began again, moving slowly, deliberately, and intuitively. His hands moved in a rhythm that seemed almost natural, almost instinctive. He rotated a tiny dial clockwise, then counterclockwise, tapped a pressure point, and then paused. The panel did not respond. He tried again, adjusting the timing and the angle. Still nothing. Minutes passed, stretching into what felt like hours. The blue glow of the device shifted faintly, reacting to his movements but not opening fully. Kai's patience was tested, but he didn't falter. His mind worked methodically, considering every possibility, every sequence, every variation. Lyra watched in awe. It's remarkable, she whispered to herself. His hands, his thought process. It's precise, yet creative. It's not just trial and error. It's intuition in action. Finally, Kai paused, leaning back slightly. He rubbed his palms together and studied the device carefully. Then he smiled. I think I see it now, he said. It's not about pressure or rotation or alignment alone. It's about pattern recognition and timing, synchronizing the movements with the devices. Rhythm. He repositioned his hands, moving with renewed focus and fluidity. One motion flowed into another. Tap, twist, press, pause. Each action was deliberate, calculated yet flexible. The device responded instantly, lights flickering in sequence, panels shifting smoothly, circuits humming in harmony. Lyra's eyes widened. You found the rhythm, she breathed. You're reading it almost like it's alive? Kai didn't answer. He was completely absorbed. His fingers moved faster now, following the pattern he had discovered. Panels lifted, connectors aligned, and the device's glow intensified. A soft vibration ran through it, gentle but insistent, as though acknowledging his skill. Finally, the stubborn panel clicked, shifted, and revealed a hidden compartment. Inside lay a small, translucent module that pulsed with light. Kai carefully lifted it out, examining it closely. The patterns inside were complex, swirling and shifting in response to his touch. It's incredible, he whispered. I've never seen anything like this. Lyra leaned closer, her camera ready but forgotten. It's more than a machine, she said. It's a record, repository of knowledge, and you unlocked it. Kai felt a thrill of pride, not for himself, but for humanity. Device, no matter how advanced, had responded to his hands, to his intuition, to his creativity. It was proof that humans had an edge and ability to solve problems, adapt, and create solutions that machines alone could not. Do you see? Lyra asked softly. This is what I've been talking about. Human ingenuity, not brute force, not speed, but understanding, adaptation, and intuition. Your hands, they are a bridge to something greater. Kai looked down at his hands, tracing the lines and scars that told the story of years spent fixing, building, and exploring. Ordinary hands, he had thought. But now he understood they were extraordinary tools, capable of unlocking the unknown. He carefully placed the module back into the device. As he did, the machine emitted a soft hum, projecting holographic images into the air above it. Stars, planets, and alien structures appeared in stunning detail, as if a window had been opened into the universe itself. Kai and Lyra watched, awestruck, as the patterns shifted and moved, revealing information that no human had ever seen. This is a map, Kai said slowly. A map of the stars, the galaxies, even civilizations we've never known existed. Lyra nodded, her eyes shining. And you unlocked it, because you are human, because you can see patterns, anticipate movements, and solve problems in ways machines cannot. Kai felt a deep sense of purpose growing inside him. This wasn't just about repairing a machine. It was about discovery, exploration, and understanding. Humans, he realized, had a unique role to play in the universe. Their creativity, intuition, and patience were not just traits, they were tools. As powerful as any technology, capable of unlocking secrets beyond imagination, he looked at Lyra. We need to study this, document it, learn everything it can show us. She smiled, and I will. Every step, every movement, every discovery, together. Kai nodded. Together, he agreed. They spent the rest of the day exploring the device's hidden features. Each panel, each module, each holographic projection revealed something new. Star systems, energy networks, and even subtle mathematical patterns that suggested advanced civilizations had once traveled these regions. The device was not just a machine, it was a teacher, waiting for someone with the right combination of skill, patience, and creativity to understand its lessons. Lyra documented everything, capturing Kai's movements as he worked. She noted the way he paused before each action, the way he adjusted pressure and timing, and the way his intuition guided him. Every gesture, every subtle motion, was evidence of human ingenuity in action. By the end of the day, Kai leaned back, exhausted but exhilarated. The device's glow had softened, settling into a steady pulse. The holograms hovered above it like floating jewels, silent witnesses to a discovery that bridged humanity and the cosmos. This is only the beginning, Kai said quietly, more to himself than to Lyra. There's so much more to learn, so much more to see. Lyra nodded, and we will. Step by step, discovery by discovery. Humans can unlock what no one else can. Kai glanced at his hands, marveling at them in a new way. Ordinary, calloused, worn hands, but in this moment, they were instruments of understanding, tools capable of connecting the human mind to the mysteries of the universe. And in the quiet hum of the hangar, with the device glowing softly and the stars twinkling outside the windows, Kai felt something he hadn't felt before, a sense of purpose, of pride, and of possibility. Humans were not just observers of the universe, they were participants, explorers, and creators, and the challenge had only just begun. The hangar was quiet, almost reverent. Kai sat cross-legged on the floor, the soft hum of the alien device filling the space around him. Panels glowed with shifting patterns, like a living tapestry of light. Lyra was close by, her camera resting on the ground as she watched him work. This time neither of them spoke much. Words felt unnecessary. The device had begun to communicate in ways beyond language. And both of them were listening. Kai's hands moved with a rhythm born of understanding. He had unlocked the hidden compartment yesterday, but now he felt a deeper connection with the machine. Each movement he made seemed to ripple through the device, triggering subtle responses that revealed even more layers. Holographic projections floated above, displaying intricate networks of stars, energy flows, and structures that defied his understanding, but he sensed their logic, their patterns, their purpose. Lyra observed in silence, fascinated. "It's responding to your intuition again," she said softly, almost to herself. "Not just movement, but thought. Humans can bridge logic and creativity in ways other species cannot." Kai paused, brushing a lock of hair from his forehead. "It's like it's teaching me something," he murmured. "Every adjustment, every sequence, every rhythm. It's guiding me to understand it, not just operate it." She nodded. "Exactly. Machines like this are designed to adapt, to interact. But they can't interpret intent the way humans can. Your mind and your hands. They translate the device's language in a way others could never achieve." Kai smiled faintly. "I never thought of myself that way." Lyra's eyes gleamed. "You're not just an engineer. You're a communicator. You read, interpret, and respond. That's what makes humans extraordinary." He returned to the device, feeling a quiet thrill. Each module he touched seemed to hum more warmly, each panel adjusting with almost human-like cooperation. He realized that his understanding of patterns, his patience, and his willingness to explore every possibility were as much a part of the process as the mechanics themselves. Then something unexpected happened. One of the smaller modules began to glow brighter than the others. Holographic lines extended from it, connecting different points across the projected star maps. Images of planets, moons, and even strange floating structures began to take shape. Kai leaned closer, examining the details. These are settlements," he whispered. "Structures built by intelligent species, and the patterns suggest connections, trade routes, energy flows, even communications. This device is not just a map. It's a record of civilizations and their knowledge." Lyra crouched beside him, eyes wide. "And you're reading it. Not just seeing it. Understanding it? That's human intuition at work. You're translating information that no algorithm or machine could decipher alone." Kai felt a sense of awe wash over him. He had spent his life working with technology, but this was different. This was not about circuits or programming. This was about understanding, comprehending patterns, relationships, and purposes that transcended any single species or civilization. He adjusted a small dial. A holographic projection shifted. Suddenly, a network of glowing lines connected distant star systems, like a cosmic web of knowledge. Small symbols blinked at the intersections, as if the device were highlighting points of significance. "Look at this," Kai said, pointing. "These are not random. The device is showing me patterns, decisions, the flow of intelligence through the galaxy. It's as if civilizations were leaving breadcrumbs, and only someone who understands pattern and intuition could follow them." Lyra's camera lay forgotten. "And you are following them," she said softly. "You're doing something only a human could do. Reading, interpreting, connecting. Humans don't just survive. We create. We innovate. We adapt. And this device recognizes it." Kai traced his fingers over the holographic network, watching lines shift and connect under his touch. He realized that the alien technology wasn't just advanced, it was alive in its own way. Not conscious like humans, but responsive, adaptive, interactive. And it responded best to those who could think beyond the obvious, who could adapt, who could combine logic and intuition seamlessly. "I've unlocked parts of it," he admitted. "But I feel like there's more. Something deeper. Something vital." Lyra nodded. "And you'll find it. Humans excel at discovery, not just because of knowledge, but because of curiosity and creativity. You follow questions no one else asks. You explore paths others cannot see. You are remarkable." Kai smiled faintly, but inside he felt a surge of pride. He wasn't just repairing or analyzing the machine. He was connecting to a legacy, a record of civilizations. And without even realizing it's showing what humans were capable of. Hours passed. The hologram shifted, showing more details. Cities with intricate layouts, energy networks connecting stars, and strange organic-looking structures floating in space. Kai realized that the device's creators had designed it not only to record, but to teach. The knowledge was layered, waiting for someone capable of interpreting it correctly. "This is incredible," Kai murmured. "They left this. For someone like us, it's not just someone," Lyra replied, her voice soft but firm. "Someone human. Only your species could unlock it. Your creativity, patience, and understanding are unique. You see patterns and meaning where others see only complexity. You connect knowledge and intuition. That is your gift." Kai looked down at his hands, tracing the lines and scars from years of labor. Ordinary hands. Yet through Lyra's eyes, and through the response of the machine, they seemed extraordinary. They had solved puzzles, unlocked secrets, connected with intelligence far beyond his own experience. He realized something profound. Humanity had often been underestimated, considered slow or weak compared to machines or alien species. Yet here, in this quiet hangar on the edge of the galaxy, he had seen proof that humans had something no machine could replicate: creativity, intuition, and the ability to connect ideas, senses, and patterns in ways that transcended technology. This changes everything," he said quietly. "If humans can do this, if we can read, understand, and connect like this, the possibilities are endless." Lyra smiled, her eyes reflecting the glowing holograms. "Exactly. You're not just an observer of the universe. You're a participant, a creator. You can unlock things that others cannot. And this device is only the beginning." Kai felt a surge of determination. He had always been an engineer, a fixer, someone who solved problems. But now he understood his work could be more. He could be a bridge between humans and the cosmos, between knowledge and understanding, between intuition and discovery. He adjusted another module. The holographic projection shifted again. This time, intricate geometric patterns appeared, interwoven with star maps. Symbols glowed and faded, suggesting advanced mathematics, technology, even philosophy embedded in the alien civilization's designs. "It's like a story," Kai whispered. "A story of life, knowledge, and creation. And it's here for anyone patient enough to read it." "And humans are patient," Lyra said almost reverently. "Curious, creative, and willing to explore. This device recognizes that. It responds to your kind." Kai paused, looking at her. "Do you think this could change how humans see themselves? If we realize what we're capable of, maybe we could reach further, explore more, understand more." Lyra nodded. "I believe we can. Humans are not just part of the universe. We are capable of shaping it, understanding it, connecting with it in ways others cannot. And you are proof." Kai felt a quiet pride. Not arrogance, but understanding. His hands, his mind, his patience, and his curiosity had allowed him to do something extraordinary. Not for glory, not for recognition, but for discovery, for knowledge, for understanding. He looked back at the device, its gentle hum now, almost musical. "We've only just begun," he said softly. "There's so much more to learn, so much more to see." "We will," Lyra said. "Step by step, moment by moment, discovery by discovery." Together, Kai nodded, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. Humanity had always looked to the stars, dreamed of exploration, imagined the unknown. But now he realized that humans had an edge and instinct, a creativity, and an intuition that could turn dreams into understanding, and understanding into discovery. The hangar lights dimmed slightly as the station's night cycle began. Outside, stars twinkled in the black void, vast and endless. And inside, Kai's hands moved gently over the alien device, guiding it, reading it, understanding it. He had unlocked part of its secrets, but he knew there was more waiting. And with Lyra by his side, documenting every step, every movement, every discovery, He felt certain that humans were not just observers of the universe. They were participants, explorers, and creators. The revelation was clear. Humans could achieve more than they had ever imagined. And Kai, with his hands, his mind, and his curiosity, had just begun to show the universe what that meant. The hangar was quiet in the early morning light. Kai leaned against the work table, gazing at the alien device before him. Its panels glowed softly, pulsing with the same rhythm he had learned to understand over the past few days. It had been a journey unlike any other one that had tested his patience, his creativity, and his ability to adapt. But it was far from over. Lyra entered quietly, her camera now tucked away in her bag. "Morning," she said softly. "Are you ready to continue?" Kai nodded, though his thoughts lingered on everything they had discovered. The device had revealed entire civilizations, star systems, energy networks, and patterns of intelligence that no human had ever seen before. And yet more remained hidden, waiting for someone patient enough to explore further. "We've learned so much already," Kai said, "but I feel like this is just the beginning. There's more the device wants to show us," Lyra smiled. "And humans are capable of seeing it. That's what I've been documenting, the way you think, your hands, your intuition. You're teaching me as much as I'm teaching the device." Kai chuckled softly. "I never thought of myself as a teacher." "You are," Lyra said firmly. "Not through words, but through your actions, your hands, your mind, your patience. They demonstrate what humans can do. You've unlocked something that machines alone could never understand. That's a gift and a responsibility." Kai felt the weight of her words. He had spent his life focused on repairing, understanding, and exploring. But now, he realized that he had become part of something greater, part of a bridge connecting humanity to knowledge far beyond their reach. He knelt beside the device, adjusting a small module. The holographic map shifted, revealing a complex network of star systems connected by glowing pathways. Some of the points blinked faster than others, as if signaling activity or importance. "Do you see this?" Kai asked, pointing. "These are nodes of knowledge, or maybe energy centers. The device is showing us where civilizations once thrived, and maybe where we could go next." Lyra crouched beside him, eyes shining. "And you're reading it? Understanding the flow, the connections. It's not just data. It's insight. Human insight. That's what makes this extraordinary." Kai paused, reflecting on her words. Insight, understanding. These were things no machine could create on its own. They were uniquely human, and now he realized. Humanity had a chance to use them to explore, connect, and grow. Over the next few hours, Kai worked carefully, his hands moving with precision and confidence. Each adjustment, each rotation, each tap revealed more information. Lyra documented everything, her camera clicking softly, capturing not just the motions, but the thought behind them. As they worked, Kai began to notice something remarkable. The device seemed to respond not only to his touch, but also to his curiosity. When he asked questions aloud, even in a quiet, tentative way, it projected new patterns. When he paused to think, it shifted subtly, offering hints and guidance. It was almost as if the machine recognized human curiosity as a key to unlocking knowledge. "This is incredible," Kai whispered. "It's more than technology. It's interactive. It responds to learning, to questioning. It's a teacher, not just a machine." Lyra nodded. "And humans are students, yes, but also explorers. You combine patience with creativity, logic with intuition. That's something no other species we've encountered can do so naturally. This device, it recognizes that." Kai smiled, feeling a deep sense of pride not for himself, but for humanity. Their hands, minds, and creativity had allowed them to reach beyond what any machine or alien design could offer. They were capable of discovery, connection, and innovation on a scale that few had imagined. Hours turned into evening. The station's artificial sun cast a warm orange glow across the hangar, reflecting in the holographic projections above the device. Kai leaned back, exhausted but exhilarated. They had unlocked vast amounts of information, mapped unknown star systems, and glimpsed civilizations lost to time. Yet he knew there was still more. "We've done so much," Lyra said softly. "But but I feel like the device still has more to teach us, and humans are the key to learning it. Kai nodded. Yes, it's not just about the information. It's about understanding it, connecting it, using it. And we're capable of that. Humans are capable of that. Lyra looked at him, her expression serious but warm. This is why I photographed your hands the first day, not to show them to anyone, but to record the way humans interact with the unknown. Your movements, your rhythm, your approach. It's teaching the universe something about your species. Kai felt a quiet hum of satisfaction. He'd never considered his work as meaningful in this way. Fixing machines had always been about survival or efficiency. Now it was about legacy, about showing what humans could do when faced with the unknown. He reached out, touching the glowing panels. Do you think humans are ready for this? He asked. To understand, to explore, to discover. Lyra smiled gently. They are, and they will be. People like you show the way. Your patience, your curiosity, your creativity. It's a model. A reminder that humans are more than their limitations. We can adapt, learn, and connect. We can bridge the gap between knowledge and understanding. Kai looked down at his hands, tracing the lines that had guided him through the device's challenges. Ordinary, calloused hands. Yet in this moment, they were instruments of discovery, keys to understanding, bridges to knowledge that no machine or alien technology could reveal alone. A soft glow pulsed from the device, brighter this time, as though acknowledging his reflection. Kai felt a sense of connection not just to the machine, but to the larger universe, and to the potential of his own species. Humans could reach far beyond what they had imagined. They could adapt, innovate, and unlock secrets that even the most advanced technology could not reveal without them. I want people to see this, Kai said quietly. Not just the device, but what humans can do. Our hands, our minds, our curiosity can achieve. Lyra nodded, and they will. We'll document it, share it, and show the world. Work, your discovery, your approach. It's proof that humans have an edge. Not through strength, but through understanding, creativity, and intuition. That's our legacy. Kai felt a deep sense of purpose. He had spent so long focused on solving problems, fixing machines, and understanding technology. But now, he realized his role was bigger. He could inspire others, show them that humans were capable of more than they had imagined, and help bridge the gap between knowledge, discovery, and imagination. He carefully adjusted a small module in the device. Holographic projections shifted, again, revealing even more details of star systems, civilizations, and energy networks. It was as if the machine was rewarding his patience, guiding him to new insights, and encouraging him to push further. This is only the beginning, he said softly. There's so much more to discover, so much more humans can do. Lyra smiled, a quiet sense of wonder in her eyes. And we will. Step by step, moment by moment, discovery by discovery. Your work is proof that humans are not just observers, they are creators, explorers, and connectors. The universe has been waiting for this. Kai looked down at his hands, then at the glowing panels, and finally at Lyra. I understand now, he said. We have potential. We have creativity. We have patience, insight, and curiosity. Humans can reach far beyond what we've imagined. And in the quiet hangar, with the soft hum of the device and the glowing projections lighting their faces, Kai and Lyra made a silent promise to continue exploring, to continue learning, and to continue showing the universe what humanity could achieve. The station's night cycle began, and stars twinkled faintly beyond the windows. But inside, a light burned brighter than any star, the light of human ingenuity, discovery, and creativity. Kai carefully placed the final module back into the device and stepped back, his hands resting on his knees. He felt a sense of accomplishment unlike any before, not for fame or recognition, but for the knowledge that humans were capable of extraordinary things, things that no machine or alien design could achieve alone. This is our legacy, he said softly, almost to himself. Humanity's potential, shown through curiosity, creativity, and understanding. And it begins here with our hands, our minds, and our will to discover. Lyra nodded, her eyes reflecting the glowing projections. Exactly. Together we will continue. One discovery at a time, one step at a time, showing the universe the quiet, unstoppable power of humanity. Kai smiled. He had never felt so certain of anything. Humans could do remarkable things, and the universe was ready to see them not just as survivors, but as innovators, creators, and explorers. And so, beneath the soft hum of the alien device, the quiet glow of the hangar, and the twinkling stars beyond, a new chapter for humanity began, one written by curiosity, guided by intuition, and made possible by hands capable of unlocking the universe's deepest secrets.